Okay, today we are adding fractions with like denominators. So to remember, with our rule for adding fractions with the same denominator, the denominator, if it's the same, we can all write it all over the same number. I can actually start right here at this second step. Now, once I do that, all I'm doing is adding my numerators. I then divide out a common factor, and what you're left with is 2x over 5. Now you try number 2. Pause the recording. All right, now let's check our work. So if I have 5 over 7x minus 2 over 7x, we can jump right to the 5 minus 2 over 7x, and what does it simplify to? Jesse?
7 over 7x.
No, 5 minus 2.
Sorry, 3 over 7x.
And can that be reduced?
No.
So that is our final answer. Now the next one is slightly different. There's a little more to it. So I'm going to start with 4m over 5. Now I want you to notice it has a minus sign this time and a binomial on top. Oops. Not 2 minus, I don't need 2m plus 1 all over 5. Now when you have that negative there, especially tonight, we're doing common denominators. You're not gonna have much need for it in the denominator. When you need it is when you need to make the denominator the opposite. So like let's say I had a denominator like a minus 2. And let's say I had an a, and let's say I had 2 minus a. Do you understand? And there was a negative. In that case, I would take it in the denominator to make it the opposite. But tonight, the likelihood that you're going to have that, because we're not doing different denominators right now, so you either take that minus sign right here. We either take it in the numerator or denominator, but not both. Is that clear? So for tonight's purposes, we'll probably mostly be using it in the numerator. So when I rewrite it, I'm rewriting it all over 5. You should be writing this example. Okay, now what this really means is 4m minus, I've got 2m, the whole thing. The whole fraction, not just minus the 2m. That means I have to distribute here. And so what does my new numerator become? 4m minus 2m minus 1 all over 5. Can we combine any like terms? 2m minus 1 all over 5. Now, is there a common factor I can divide out? No. So we're done. Any questions? I wish I could help you on the video. I can't answer your questions. You're at home. All right, so let's move on to the next one, and you guys try the next one on your own. Okay, now I like you working down. Please do not add that equal sign on the right, because these are expressions. Okay, try 1 and 2. Pause the recording. All right, let's check the problems. Number 1 should have been pretty straightforward. We're adding the numerators. There's nothing to simplify, so we are done. Now, number 2, when we combine, you can see we're doing y squared minus 4y all over y minus 4. Okay, Aurora, what can I do to that numerator? A GCF of? Y. And then what's left?
Y times the quantity of y minus 4.
Good. And then we have a y minus 4 on the bottom. And now what?
Cancel them out.
Yep. And so we are left with just y. Yes, I got the right answer. No, I didn't. Every thumb matters. Every thumb matters. Every thumb matters. Every thumb matters. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next one and give you a chance to work out some more problems. All right. Try the next one. Go. Pause the recording. All right. Let's check our answers. So you will notice it's all going over. We can factor that denominator to x plus 7 over x minus 5. We don't need to write it twice. I probably wouldn't have. And I would have gone right to just that minus distributing. Sometimes I go right away when I see this and I distribute it. In my second line, I'm writing x squared minus x minus 20. You understand? All over, x plus 7 times x minus 5. And the new numerator, I'll let you look at my PowerPoint. Breaks it into more parts. So we are distributing. And then we can factor that to x minus 5, x plus 4. Right? And then we can cross cancel our x minus 5. So we are left with x plus 4 over x plus 7. That's it. Remember, Jesse, I'm not quite sure what's happening back there, but I'm going to remind you we cannot do this. Did you see what I just did? We cannot cross-cancel those x's because they are part of binomials. Okay, let's try some more. Go. Pause the recording. Try the next one.
That the library is
Work. Okay, you should notice that in the top we're still left with the difference of squares. Did you guys get both sets of factoring? And then our x minus 3's can cancel. Hold on. All right, so there really isn't much left here. Again, once I distribute, we're factoring the numerator, and then we can cross cancel. Doesn't really go much further than this, except this last one. Now remember, I distribute the negative to everything on the second fraction numerator. Okay, so I get 2x squared minus 2x minus 40. Now what? Yes, GCF the 2. Then we find we can factor x squared minus x minus 20, which is x minus 5 times x plus 4, and then I can cross cancel. So, and we are left with 2. All right, so tonight you are adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators.